Hello, Commanders, and welcome back to another episode of Napoleon Total War Darthmod. So I did have a problem with the recording, and I missed a good section, probably about 30 minutes of gameplay. No big deal. We're going to keep it going. So it turns out we took Turin last episode. I planned on rebuilding my troops a little bit. And so we have Jean Sourier as well as Napoleon down all the way back at Nice, beating back Beaulieu, which we did. You missed the battle, but it truly was amazing. I wish I saved it, but I noticed after the battle that I wasn't even recording. So that hurts quite a bit. There is another army pushing up this way, and I believe that they're hidden as well. We beat back Beaulieu, so all we got to do is just kick this hiney one more time. And that's it. And that's it for that. We'll move this army. This army didn't even compete in the battle, so we're going to push them back as well. And now we're going to be pushing on Lodi, Milan, and everything like that in this episode. But I wish you guys got to see that last battle. It was probably the biggest battle that we did thus far. I'm very upset that it didn't record, but you know, what can you do? What can you do? So without further ado, let's begin this episode and end the turn. There they are. There's the army. Of course they are. Surrender? No. Because we have an army right there that's able to support them in that case. So I wonder who that general is, because we just beat Beaulieu back. So I'm assuming that this guy is... I wonder who is the next guy. It was one of the other best generals in the eastern side of this campaign. I don't really know. It is... Oh, yes. Davidovich. Davidovich. He actually kind of sucked. Oh, we can't even get there. Let's push up. These guys. And the militia? No, I want to keep the militia behind. Keep the militia behind. Line infantry, grenadiers. We have cav up here. So this guy is really good. He's a really good general. Let us build some chasseurs. We do have some cannons. We did lose some grenadiers. They got into a big melee with their line infantry, so they did take a major hit. Messina is with Napoleon. Because their army wasn't big enough to withstand the full force of Beaulieu. But, so we had to conjoin them. But we'll separate them and build up their forces as time goes on. But let's end that turn again. See if we can't beat back these Austrians that are trying to take Cuneo. And they are attacking us. So it looks like they have a bunch of line infantry, all line infantry, as well as Uhlans. Lancer infantry, and of course we have Paul Davidovich. We don't have any cannons. We only have militia units and 2 French garrison line infantry, some armed citizenry. I'm gonna auto-resolve this. So they lost 1,365 troops. That is phenomenal. And now he's gonna go after us. This is a battle I would like to fight. Jean Serrurier with 1 dragoons, 2 chasseurs, 6-pounder, some grenadiers, fusiliers of the line, as well as a bunch of line infantry versus all of their line infantry. We are gonna win this, more than likely. So let's go hit them. And finally, the first battle of this episode. I wish you got to see the last one where we beat Beaulieu back, but unfortunately, you know, you just hit record and it doesn't work. So whatever, what can you do? But I said this last, in the first 30 minutes, but what's really cool about Napoleon's armies during this time is that they actually had a lot of civilian units. So they had a lot of civilian people helping them during especially the invasion of Russia. Let me plan this out first. So we have 1 cannon unit that could do some damage. We can see just about everything over here. They're going to be attacking us, so we don't have to move. What if we just place it right here? unlimber them right from the get-go. We'll put these 2 units on the left flank. I do want a grenadiers on the right. Fusiliers with them. This Fusilier on the absolute left flank. I think that should be good. We have 1 chasseur on the left. We'll keep both chasseurs together. We'll put this guy back here and put the dragoons on the left flank. So that should be good. We're not missing anybody else. So let's start that battle. But like I said, ooh. Look at this line infantry. Not a single cannon or horseman. Oh, they have 1 Uhlans. But let's see if we could take out their general right from the get-go. Wouldn't that be something? But like I was saying, the French army, throughout their campaigns, they would always have a lot of women, like the wives of the soldiers that would be with these units, that would cook, clean their uniforms, take care of the soldiers when they're camped out for the night. And that even during the Russian campaign, when 500,000 French troops, including some Austrian and Prussian units, that they had so many civilian people with them that during the escape, during the retreat out of Russia, there was a moment where they had to cross this bridge and they couldn't do it. They literally had to leave so many civilians behind. It was so demoralizing for the troops that it really hurt them a lot. So first, you had to get the troops across first. That was the priority of Napoleon, to save the troops rather than the civilians. And a lot of these civilians had like baggage trains, and they were carrying the supplies and the food and all of that stuff. And when they were retreating, they couldn't cross the bridge. So the Russian troops actually captured a lot of them. A lot of them drowned. Some of them got killed. I mean, it was a brutal affair. It was a really brutal affair during that. But if you didn't know about Napoleonic history and Russia, Tsar Alexander and Napoleon actually got along really well after he beat them back a couple times. And they got along so well that they even joined forces, and Russia joined Napoleon's continental, his continental wall, I guess. What I forgot what it was called. Continental. Let's see if we can actually shoot these dudes, and then we'll charge in with them. The Lancers are going to do numbers on our cavalry, so please shoot them. Please shoot them. Shoot them. Shoot them. Shoot them. Oh, yeah. Not enough. Whatever. Charge in. Let's see if we could put this cavalry unit up and around. And we'll kind of surround them. Yep. They are now feeling good about themselves. Let's charge in from behind. As the cannons do some work on these troops back here. Big cavalry engagement versus the Uhlans. They look like Polish cavalry, surprisingly enough. And fun fact about... Ooh, don't fire. Don't fire right now, boys. Yeah, those guys are done. They're routing. They're done for. But Napoleon, during this time, during this time period, Prussia, Russia, and Austria divided up Poland and took all of their land. So Poland at this time did not exist. When Napoleon then beat Austria and Prussia and Russia in, I believe, the second or third coalition, he established Poland as a free nation. So when that happened, Poland was very much happy, and they loved Napoleon, and they sent them a lot of troops, including some of the best Lancers cavalry that ever existed. It was the Uhlans, the Polish cavalry, and they did exceptionally well against cavalry, especially. And they really liked it. So, little fun fact about Napoleonic history. Oh, they're not going to do any firing on this. So let's push up. We'll push this unit up as well. We'll push this unit up. We'll push this unit up. And we're going to charge the calves with the dragoons. Let's run, run, run. Run, run, run. Do you have a shot in that little field? No, you don't, unfortunately. But yes, they're going to run up here and they're going to fire upon the enemy. You guys need to assist them. And these guys could come in as well. A lot of line infantry. Fire, boys, fire! Oh, you're shooting your own dudes. See if you could assist them. The dragoons are doing okay, but they need assistance. Austrian troops are running. Let's see if these revolutionary line can help these dragoons out a wee bit. Oh my goodness. Canister shot. Canister shot. They're flanking. Canister will do numbers on them. Run up, boys, run up. Grenadiers, form the main line and see if they could go around. You guys, go to the rear. Retreat just a wee bit. Hit them. German Fusiliers are there. Oh, this is a rough battle. Hit those guys. Take out those German Fusiliers. Oh, they're running. They lost too much. Look at how many they lost. Okay, 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 okay. Retreat. Retreat a wee bit. Oh, this is a disaster. How's our left flank doing? We're doing okay. We got more men running. Help them. Napoleon, see if you could grab them. Run into place, run into place. Run into place. Oh, they're getting absolutely shot up. Oh no. Enemy general killed. Oh, that's incredible. We needed that. All right, rally, rally, rally. Good. Good. Send these guys this way. How's our cannon doing? Are they doing anything? They're still here. Oh no. Get into place, get into place. Cav, you might be able to help these guys out. They're running. That's good. That is good stuff. Okay, these guys are running. Perfect. See if you could take those guys out. See if we could take those guys out. See if you could take them. Oh, this is a rough one. This is a rough battle, boys. Keep shooting them. Keep firing if you can. See if you can meet up with them. Oof. All right, you guys. Napoleon, go in after them. You switch to cannon and see if you could hit them from a distance. As we move up those troops, German Fusiliers. Take those guys out. Those guys are running. Come back. Ugh. Dude, don't run, don't run, don't run. Oh. This is a scary one. Take those guys out. Oh. Wow. End the battle. Heroic victory. Jean Serurier does it again. Absolutely kills it. 2,592 of them killed. We did lose a tremendous amount, 1,381. We still have quite a bit remaining, and they're back in Cuneo, able to survive again, but we'll be able to knock them out probably this turn with the remaining troops. So we'll be able to do that. Alessandre. Region lost, Cuneo. I expected as much. Army destroyed, which was in that army. A huge battle here. This was what, the Battle of Coney, September 1796. So we are now going to march maybe with Napoleon here. And then march on with Jean Serurier. And I don't think we need to fight this. We could demand their surrender. Oh, thank God. We didn't have to lose any troops for that. Good. So we captured the region again. Do we have any troops that could come up? And we do. We have some... Ooh, I sent the wrong guys. Oh, no, I did. I sent the right guys. Okay. So Napoleon, he almost has a full army. He's going to kind of chill in here for the time being. There's still one miniature army over here. Let's see if we can recruit another couple militia units. Who has better morale? Those guys. We got a couple National Guard. These guys got hurt pretty bad, but they'll survive. And we do have a small army over here ready to defend over yonder. So, let's end the turn for now. What are our objectives? We need to take Milan as our next point. We get 1,000 golden treasury, as well as get more revolutionary infantry. And the recruitment of revolutionary infantry. Awesome. So let's end the turn. Another army's coming in. That guy is coming in as well. Kingdom of Sardinia is moving their troops around, but that will be okay. Yeah, Napoleonic history is probably one of the coolest time periods that I absolutely love. Napoleon could go down here and take him out. I don't think we need to. Let's just recruit some more troops to defend, because there's only 4, and we should be able to do something to beat them. So I'm not going to send Napoleon that way. Do we have the new supply house? Yes. So these guys are getting a lot more. Oh, we can't even afford this. Let's get rid of this guy. 400. We need 500. Ugh. Alright, looks like we're getting rid of him and doing this first. And seeing what we could afford after that. So, some revolutionary line. And Napoleon, I think I want you to start moving up. Maybe one more turn within this region. And you will take 2 more turns. So we'll do it here, here, as Napoleon moves up. So I think that works. And we have this general, Quasidonovich. He, oh, Oh, they are moving down that way so much. I have an idea. So Napoleon's going to go up this way. He's going to enter this way, and this guy is going to head down this way. We're going to get another revolutionary line over here. Repairing this. He's got one more turn in there, but I think we're good to move up this way. We'll actually reinforce the line with 2 more Fusiliers. And now Napoleon's army is almost full. And Jean Serurier is going to go down here to help the southern flank. And he's going to march up through here, push into here. I don't think we won't go for Tuscany, so we're going to be at peace with them. But we're going to march up, seize that, and then march and meet Napoleon later on. I think that will probably be the best play for us at the moment. So let's go ahead and end that turn and see what these bastards do. Yeah, march on down, march on down. We're planning on meeting you. Yeah, so let me know down in the comments if you have any fun facts about Napoleonic history. I would love to know more. We do have some more revolutionary infantry that we recruited. I would love to know more about the Napoleonic history. I think it's just such a cool time period. If you have fun facts, if you want to name any of these units as well, you're more than welcome to. So put them down in the comments. Just put down the name of the unit, like Chasseurs or 6-pounder or Grenadiers, and then the name that you want them to be, and I'll be happy to name them. Let's march on these guys. I don't think we need to fight this. 3 line and Uhlans. I don't think so. 600 lost. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. And they're not even dead. So now he's a confident general. He's a confident general. Basics of the art of war, as well as a confident attacker. Now these guys, we could probably get some revolutionary infantry to bolster his forces. We'll spend 1 turn here to replenish as much as we can. And this guy, the main guy, I think you're going to be pushing up and starting to go after Lodi here. So let's push up as far as we can. Napoleon himself. Okay, I think we are doing okay. We kind of came back from that major invasion into actual France. Nice is actual France at this point. And they're still wanting to go around me. They don't want to fight Napoleon. Actually, what's funny, during the 5th or 6th coalition, their literal game plan to go against France, the Allies, was to not fight Napoleon. Their goal was to never meet him in combat. If you see him, run. And it took like almost like a week to 2 to 3 weeks of Napoleon showing up, the Allies retreating, realizing that they're attacking somewhere else, riding as fast as he can to that battlefield, realize that he's there, they run away, and to a point where Napoleon finally caught them, defeated the Allies right when Napoleon was fighting. And it was pretty interesting. So let's take these guys on. 3 Uhlans, 2 6-pounders, and 1 Landwehr. I feel like we need to fight this. We have 3 units of cav, all pretty much injured, and we have a lot of infantry. Yeah, this tells me that we're going to lose a lot more troops. And only versus 1,000. Let's do it. Let's attack it. We'll kind of do it, you know. Maybe we'll fast forward through a lot of this stuff. But I really just don't want to lose that many troops because I don't want to keep on replenishing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this. Look at this field of battle. I love this game so much. I say the best Total War games is Empire, by far. Probably one of the most fun and most of the grand strategy games. Let's see if they'll come to us if we hit them with artillery. We might not even be able to hit them from this distance. They got 2 cannons versus ours. We'll put the dragoons on the left. But that's the chasseurs on the right. We'll put the grenadiers and those three over here. And we'll put the rest on this flank. Ooh, those guys are injured. 100. We'll keep them as backup for the artillery. And don't fire. General will stay back here. And let's do it. Can you fire on them? No, they cannot. Let's see if they move up a little bit. Nope, they have no thing here. Ooh. So let's move these guys into position a little bit. Probably right about here. And we'll push up the lines as well. Just in case, you know. Awesome. All right, you are in position. Unlimber those cannons. I want you to start firing on those cannons. See if we can't take them out. What a shot. What a first shot. Now, if possible, we might want to hit their Uhlans before the cannons. And now a lot of times during this warfare, the cavalry wouldn't be entering the battle as much as these guys would. Ooh, this is gonna be... Oh. They wouldn't enter the battle. They would kind of be like reserve to sway the course of battle. Kind of like in the last battle that we just did, where my cavalry kept swinging around the flanks, just knocking them out one by one. And that is kind of the way they would use the cavalry back in those days. Which is pretty interesting. Or they would sweep up for all of the retreating troops. You know, I wonder if we spread these dudes out a little bit. They won't get hit as hard by one cannonball. Oof. They're accurate. They are accurate. And during the Italian campaign, literally the Austrian generals had absolutely no response to anything that Napoleon did. Like the only reason he was doing extremely well, it wasn't because of the morale of his troops, even though it was extremely high. It was his maneuverability, his ability to live off the land and not have to rely on baggage trains, and literally would just march for miles upon miles in a matter of hours to achieve what he needs to achieve. And that's how Napoleon kind of revolutionized the armies. It was literally just marching. He outmarched just about everybody. Let's see if we can't get these chasseurs, because the chasseurs actually do pretty well against the Uhlans. After a couple good hits, we break their morale, we send one of them in, we send the other one around back, and then we just obliterate them. Let's take a look. That guy was unfortunate, huh? I love how they're standing right behind the cannon, so even if I miss, I hit something. Their militia Landwehr with their nice little top hats. Very nice uniforms. Yeah, we're okay. We're going to lose some troops, but I think they'll be losing more for every miss. Yeah, look at that. Hit some cav. All right, let's speed this up a little bit. See what happens. You know what? We outnumber them. We outnumber them drastically. Let's push up. We'll keep hitting them with the cannons. See if we could do some damage to them. Cav is pushing up. Alright, square. This is how you do it. Oh my goodness. Absolutely wrecking them. Look at the sizes of the square differences by the number of men. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, I chose Darthmod over the other mods like Napoleon Total War 3, mainly because the campaign is better for Darthmod than the battles themselves. Now, Napoleon Total War 3 is great for multiplayer. Just the only issue is I can't find a lot of people to play, so it's not really good to get videos out on a regular basis. I'd have to like join the community, talk to people, set things up. While this, I could just play, you know? Those guys are done for. Let's have these Ulans come in. They'll get wiped. And now their artillery's hitting the ground, so that's perfect. That's exactly what I meant to do. Shoot those guys. Another square over here. Oh, what's a really good movie on Napoleonic history that I highly recommend is, I believe the movie's called Waterloo. You could even find it free on YouTube. Oh, don't shoot your own dudes, dude. It's free on YouTube, and it's an old movie from like the 1970s, but there's the battle scenes in that movie that really are actual cavalry units, about 1,000 cavalry units, and like a few thousand infantry actually doing line formations. And it's one of the most grand movies on Napoleonic history you could ever watch. So I highly recommend that movie. And it doesn't make Napoleon seem like this, you know, idiot that is just only thinking about Josephine. That's the only thing he cares about, like Napoleon movie. Oh, that movie sucked. But I was so pissed. I saw it in theater. I was so excited for it. And then I saw it and I was like, what the hell? What the hell? So don't recommend that movie. I mean, you watch it if you want to, but it ain't worth it, in my opinion. This is how you deal with cavalry. Right here. Lines. We're still losing troop. Look at this. Guess how many... all these dudes died to our own homies. No cavalry got over here. You guys gotta be better shots. I think we're good. I think we have survived the onslaught. And we're still hitting them with artillery, which is awesome. See if you could hit those Ulans. Get them fully out of the battle. Let's push up. Alright, we're going to split these troops in a way. To surround them. We'll push these troops back over here. They're still getting pounded by our artillery. So we're doing okay. Let's speed this up a wee bit. Right, let's get these dudes in here. See what we can do. Yep, their line is pushing up. Oh my goodness. Did you see that? These guys fired when these guys were in front of them. Oh my, I hate the friendly fire in this. Is absolutely brutal. Push in, boys. Cannons, fire on those cannons. And everybody else, push up. Run there. Run there. We probably don't even need the infantry, to be honest. Alright. Limber those guys up, because we are here. Soldiers move back. Done. Those guys are done. General's done. Battle's won. One volley is all it took. Stop firing. And that's it. Heroic victory. Nailed it. See, I wonder how many troops we lost. 139. See, if we auto-resolve that, that would have been like 300-400. We would have to replenish again. It would have been a whole thing. It would have been a whole thing. So can we hit them one more time? Yes, we can. See, watch this auto-resolve. Just 3 units of cav. We are way in advantage. Dude. Dude. That's ridiculous. 600 troops. Alright, we're going to leave some of these dudes behind. Oh, they can't replenish unless they're in a... Well, they'll replenish as they march up. Oops. Alright, Napoleon himself. Let's see what we can do over here. Let's head up to Lodi. See what we can do here. The Battle of Lodi, which is actually a very famous battle where the Austrian rearguard of Beaulieu, which we've already defeated, was sent to kind of defeat Napoleon and block him from this bridge. They had all this artillery, and Napoleon and his troops went up to the bridge and stormed the bridge and jumped off the bridge, surrounded on their left side, the right side. The overwhelming force pushed them back. It was a turning point in the battle. We're going to demand their surrender, though, for this, because there's no point in fighting a battle that's small. And plus, we don't have to lose any troops when you demand surrender. So we took Lodi. We're going to push on Milan, but we can do that next turn. So those guys are pushing up. I like how I accidentally sent out the weakest ones, and now they can't replenish for this turn. So, oh well, what can you do? But we pushed on Lodi. Then after that, we're going to take Milan. Then after that, we'll go back down to Parma and see what we can do about Mantua, Modena, Parma. And, we'll watch this escalate even further. Let's end that turn. I wonder if the Kingdom of Sardinia will help us at all. Actually, during the peace treaty of Sardinia, they became neutral in our protectorate, so they weren't actually at war. Oh, they are at war, but they weren't actually at war. They didn't supply any troops, from what I believe. National Guard militia. So, interestingly enough, let's get these guys back in together. Let's start pushing up through here. Make sure there's no stragglers that are gonna try to hit us. These guys are gonna hit us from behind, but by that point, we're gonna already take Mantua, or I'm sorry, Milan. Milan. A bunch of Fusiliers, armed citizenry. Let's continue the siege and see if they attack us, and maybe we can get a better position on the defense. While this guy pushes up through here and goes around here to take those guys on. So I don't think we need to do that. So I think we could probably end the turn again. It's early December 1796. We're kind of on the same time frame as real life, so we're doing okay. I think Napoleon did take Milan much earlier, like in September, but we had to do a little switcheroo on them. We had to go all the way back to Nice to defend ourselves, but... So let's get Surrey back up here. As we slowly replenish those troops on their march. They will not demand the surrender. Let's continue the siege. And we'll end the turn again. We have 2,000 gold. We could start recruiting some troops. Let's start doing that. Okay, I want some Fusiliers, Revolutionary, and then next one we'll get some Chasseurs. And then we'll march them up to replenish the troops. Hopefully we'll be able to get cannons soon. I want to get more cannons. Yep, the recruitment happened. Fusiliers, Revolutionary. Start sending them up this way. You get to the edge or help Milan and maybe they'll surrender. Oh, they won't. They will not surrender even with this overwhelming force. Well, I believe this might be the last battle of this episode, so let's fight. Joseph Philippe Vukocevic. And we'll take them with Napoleon Massena and Jean Serurier, who is currently a better general than Napoleon. Well, he's more experienced during this time, but he wasn't better. So awesome. The Battle of Milan, 1797 of January 1797. This should be a snowy map. Well, hopefully it is. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. All right, we are here on the campaign map. I think we're going to probably push up on this hill and see what we can do with the arty. Chasseurs will be on the left. We'll do some revolutionary line on the left, 3 of them. The light will be with the cannons. We'll put this on the right side of the cannons. And then all the Fusiliers will be on the far right. And they're going to be kind of our major. Napoleon will kind of be with the cannons, and Jean will be with the elites. And you guys could actually go over here. And then that should be the deployment. So let's move these troops up a little bit. See if we could get into a nice position on this hill. Let's move these troops up as well. Move these troops up as well. And the chasseurs might be able to rout some of these armed citizenry early on. And then their main force is over here. They don't have any cannons. I don't need to worry about that. And the lights, you should push behind and hold your fire. So very nice. Our armies, the army of the French Republic is moving up. So Napoleon, during this entire Italian campaign, had to report all of his wins, everything that he's doing, to the Directory. The Directory was about 5 dudes that were in charge of the French Republic, and everybody in France did not like them because they were known to be very corrupt, only focused on themselves, and pretty much kind of weasel their way into just about everything. Look at this. Look at this surroundedness. We got some chasseurs and some dragoons that we could use to our advantage. And I believe this is the extent of the troops that we could put on the field currently until one of them runs away or dies. So, hey, we got some extra cav that we can use. Which we might. We'll throw them in at an advantageous moment. But, yes, the Directory during this time started to not like Napoleon. Like, he was put in there by Barras, B-A-R-R-A-S, who was actually the same guy who helped Napoleon get this position in the first place. And that's the same dude that also sponsored Josephine. And he was the one that suggested that they both get married. Well, first off, Napoleon really liked her. Really did. A little too much. And she didn't want any of it, but she needed security. Let's move these troops into the city. And these chasseurs can actually probably move along with those guys over there. And then these cannons, I don't think, should move there. They should probably move up a little bit more. Is this a good position? Yeah, they can shoot over. So let's put them... Ooh. What about here? Too many buildings. Let's put them right there. And the Directory really didn't like him, but Napoleon, during the entire during this entire campaign, he actually used propaganda quite extensively. He made his own newspapers declaring his winnings. A lot of artists during this time were enthralled by him. So Jean-Louis David, who made a lot of those artworks that I believe I showed on episode 1, he loved it. He loved it. He would love paint pictures of him. And he loved just about everything about Napoleon. And yeah, and Napoleon was just a leader of men. He would know, like after battles, he would like remember specific troops. Like this one dude, he would remember that he has a wife and kid, and he would do these things, and he would, you know, congratulate them and congratulate entire units for, you know, for doing something really well in a battle. He would congratulate them. Like the troops loved him. They loved him. So they had like just super high morale going into just about every battle that they were a part of. So that is really cool. Look at these guys just literally not sure what to do with themselves. Hey, we should run on the left side. We should run on the right side. Jumping over things and whatnot. Are the cannons in position yet? Of course not. Let's fast forward a wee bit till we get everybody in position here. Let's move these guys up. And you can probably move up into these town regions. It's going to be rough for these guys in the town. But they have cavalry support. So let's push them up about here and shoot in between. These guys could shoot those dudes. These guys can kind of push up along this town to flank them a little bit. And the cannons should be in place at this point. Let's unlimber them. Let's start shooting. Let's start doing some damage. Start firing, boys. Get your aim on. Are they charging? Run, 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 run. They are charging. Let's get a line going. Oh, they're pushing up on this side. Run around. Nice city battle. Missed. A lot of you guys missed. Kneel, 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 kneel. Perfect. Kneel, 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 kneel. Ooh, one guy got a good shot in. Alright. You guys, see if you could go around and flank them. Oh, they're charging with everything they got. Now would be a good time to surround that general. Let's send in the cav. Those guys are retreating. Ooh, artillery. Don't do this. Don't do that to me. Dude, I don't think I'll do any battle without a little bit of friendly fire. Reform, reform. Reform. Quickly. March around. See if we can get a shot in. No shot. Actually, let's charge those guys out. Let's run into position. All of these guys are running away. All right. Let's do a little reorganization here. Those guys are pushing in. Look at, they have a square going. There's no cavalry around them. Let's get those guys firing. Ooh, you guys move in. Ooh, they have all of these things over here. That's actually a bad idea. Run. Let's have the chasseurs fire on them. All right, the rest of you hold back. Run away. Let's push these dudes up. Oof. Run. Yeah, this battle should be over relatively soon. Wow, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. These guys are getting absolutely pounded upon. I'm surprised they haven't retreated. Look at this line of dudes all firing. They got shot. Form up, form up. They don't really have a good line of sight on them. Oh, this will be devastating if we do a little bit of this action. Push up right next to him. Run into place. Alright, now we gotta push these guys. Those guys. Move up with them. Kind of go up the hill a little bit. You guys swing around. And they're running. Ooh, that's not good. There are no major things over here. What if we just set them up like a line themselves? No, forget that. Charge. Artillery. Let's unlimber you. I think we're good here. All right, run into position. Those guys are running away. Oh, we just shot our own dudes again. Stop firing. All right, boys. Revolutionary infantry, do your thing. Or reload. And this battle looks to be over soon. Dragoons, come around. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Puffs of smoke. Can't see anything. Awesome. Let's push these guys up a little bit. I guess we could walk there. Ooh, we should put them in a line. I'll move them up, make them run. Charge them in. Form a square, not a line, but a square. See if we can shoot those guys down. Oh, yeah. You don't want to stand too close to them, dude. And it's funny, the horses, when coming up to something like this, they realize that it's like a wall of troops. And usually it'd be like 4 or 5 people thick. All with bayonets equipped. Are they going to be charging in here? Alright, well, we'll form a line. Or a square. I keep saying that, but it's a square. This battle should be done with at this point. Those guys are done? Ooh. Oh, don't fire now. Push up. And that's it. End the battle. Heroic victory once again. Every single battle has been a heroic victory. Unless I auto-resolve. 600 troops lost versus 3,000 of them. Ain't that crazy? The liberation of Milan, having ousted the Austrians from the former Duchy of Milan, an administration whose loyalties lie with France, has now been established in the region. An independent Italian state, the Transpadane Republic, has been formed, answerable to and under the protection of the French Republic. Having rallied the people to your cause, the regions of Lombardy will prove an invaluable base from which to launch further offensives into the Austrian territory. Exceptional. Exceptional. But that will end the episode for today. If you enjoyed this episode, then drop a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you're not already to see more content like this. We do a lot of CK3. I do some Total War as well as I do Europa Universalis. If you want to see any of that, then of course, drop a follow. But without further ado, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.